Alrighty now, welcome back. We are doing standard ranked play. We're doing it with the Explore deck, with an Explore deck that I made. All the cards are from Lost Caverns of Ixalan except for the lands. You'll see maybe some Boseijus, you'll see some... Is the blue-green one from... I think the blue-green one's from Lost Caverns of Ixalan, so... Yeah, the majority of the cards, if not all of them, are from the Lost Caverns of Ixalan. This is probably a keep. It's not the best keep ever, but I think it's good enough. We'll almost certainly get something that can produce a green mana. I say that, and now we probably won't. But we get the Explorer, so we have a higher likelihood even. Let's see. Well... Man, this game might just hate us. Interesting thing I was thinking about, and let me know if you guys are interested in this kind of content. I will not trade. Let me know if you guys are interested in this kind of content, but I was thinking about kind of starting like a weekly arena MTG kind of thing, that like things that happen in arena that should never happen. Just kind of my thoughts on Arena, where they can improve, if it's even possible to improve in that way, just that kind of stuff. And one of my big complaints about Arena, and I think Arena's a great game, I really do enjoy it, I think it's one of the best. I think it's probably the best that Magic could ever do, in reality. So, like, I'm not trying to diss Arena, that's not where I'm trying to get, but I think there's just things that should never... Just in reality, there's things that should never really happen in Arena. And I think one of them specifically is this. Like, this deck has so many forests in it. It has more forests than islands. And there's too many opportunities in here where I really shouldn't. I should never really be landlocked. Like, I shouldn't not get my green mana. And so my complaint is I just think they should be able to figure out a way to code the fact that you should never miss a land drop. I know, like, it's a thing that people run into in paper, and within paper, it's always going to be a thing. But I think that's one of the advantages, the many advantages that you can get by playing on Arena, is you don't have to worry about this. Like, I think that could even be a selling point of Arena, of like, hey, like, if you play Arena... Oh my goodness. Yeah, see, like, this is insane. But yeah, if you play Arena, you won't have to worry about this. You won't have to worry about the never missing a land drop. I think that's a little bit different, because, like, you should be punished if you don't put lands in your decks, right? But, like, if you have an even distribution of lands, and, like, you're being very reasonable on your land count and this or that, you should never get to the point where you're like, well, I can't play the game. And it's bad for Arena too. Like, you get people who play it and they're like, oh my gosh, no manches. Yeah, you get people who play Arena and they're like, well, this is what makes people not want to play Magic. Like, genuinely. And I don't think it's bad. I think it's just the fact that sometimes, like sometimes you just don't get lucky. I get that, but yeah, we're just gonna bounce that. Not have to worry about it. There we go. Not a land, but, you know, I can play this one. Yeah, like, sometimes you just don't get lucky, and I think that's okay. But I also think, I don't know. I just feel like it's so bad for the game, for a game like this to happen. Like, imagine if this is one of my first games and I was like, Obviously, I wouldn't be playing against this good of a deck, right? But I have all these green cards in my hand that I'm excited to play, that I'm like, oh, wow. Like, I just built this deck. Like, I put the mana distribution really evenly. And so, like, it's interesting. It's just an interesting thing. Interesting dilemma that I don't know if they could ever solve. Oh, this is something that they got for me. So I was going to get a green source. It's going to be tapped, but I would have taken it at this point in time because I could have gotten to more triggers probably. Yeah, good game. No blocks. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm on a little bit of a rant here, but I think it shows the problem with Magic. And I'm gonna go to my deck here. I'm probably gonna actually end this video after I show you guys my deck, and I'm just gonna do a little bit of a kind of a complaint video later, just to kind of show that okay, no cuts. I'm gonna make sure I don't cut anything. You guys are gonna see the deck completely right here. There are 8. I've got 4 of my 7 islands in that game. There are right here 10 forest sources. I'm actually heavy on forests. So if the opposite was happening, because yeah, I have a 63 to 53 distribution. If the opposite was happening, I could see why. But this should never happen. Yeah, this should never happen. It's interesting. I'd love to hear your guys' comments and thoughts. This might be a part of a larger video later, but if it's not and I just release it, like, this is something that I think Arena probably could fix. It'd be hard to code. Like, I've done a little bit of code myself. I understand it'd be hard to code because it'd be hard to code fair. But it's just one of the big problems in Magic, and one of the big problems that makes Magic unfun is when you don't hit your land drops and you don't hit the land of the correct color. But when you do everything right and you just get unlucky, you kind of just gotta quit those games, restart a new game. That's why you just quit, restart, and it's fine. But I feel like Arena doesn't have to be that way, especially in, like, I don't know. I just think it could be a little bit interesting if they could find a way to make it fair, to make it to where it doesn't always have to be perfect, but you at least get like one of each, maybe through a draw. Maybe that's why you have mulligans. Like, I probably should have mulled again in that game. Like, I saw that I had the islands. I don't know. I just think it's maybe something that they can fix, but it does get rid of some of the competitiveness that comes with mulliganing. I'm going on too long. I'm ranting, but let me know your guys' thoughts. I think this is a big problem. I think this is probably the moments that I have the least fun with Magic is when I don't hit my lands. I'm not happy. I'm just kind of like, just why am I even playing this game? And I feel like other people feel that way. I don't know. Maybe I'm alone in that. Let me know in the comments what you think. All right. It's great having you out. You'll see more of this deck. I'll probably post a video. You'll probably see that video before you see this one. So hopefully I'll get a few fun games in with this deck. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you think. And if you think there's a way to fix it. If not, if you think it needs to be fixed, or if you think that's a good part of the game, yeah, let me know. All right. Deuces.